All right, and we're live with the Mickey G podcast with none other than Mickey G. Thank you. Oh man, these people are great. And JB, the God Killer. How do you like that nickname?
Dude, it's gonna stick.
We've stuck with it for a while.
I'm gonna get it tattooed. Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
JB the God Killer.
Like I'm gonna be like once I'm a white belt and then I join this tournament and I beat a blue belt.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, wow.
Yeah.
Where did this guy come from?
Yeah, and oh wait, dude, I just realized we haven't shared the stream. Oh. I'm sorry, okay.
I'm drinking my beer.
I'm sorry. Okay. But
dude, once I beat Tom Hardy, then you can call me.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of my Christian friends, because once again,
I don't mean like the Lord and Jesus Christ. I don't mean that like I'm killing him. More like in the Nordic sense, like if I were Kratos and I had to fight Thor, and Thor is technically a god.
I think Thor is the only like Nordic god that we're talking about.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
There's a bunch of them.
No, but that's what is Kratos one of them too? Is Kratos the Nordic god?
No, because I started playing. I started playing the new game. The new what's it called? For the
God of War.
God of War, yes,
God
sir.
War. Yeah. What was I gonna? Oh yeah. Because dude, I'm so good at pissing off other Christians.
That's your like superpower.
That's my thing. Yeah. If I had a superpower, it'd be that I piss off a lot of Christians. But yeah. So for the record, both me and JB partake in jujitsu.
Yeah, it was just a joke.
Yeah, and so JB was trying to come up with a jiu-jitsu nickname for when he starts competing. And the his nickname that he
I don't even know how it came up.
Keep in mind, JB just started doing jiu-jitsu. So like he came up with the nickname.
Mickey was sort of like, well, what's your goal?
And then JB came up with the God Killer. You just started doing jiu-jitsu. You're gonna nickname yourself the God Killer.
I'm not gonna remember what anime I was reading at the time either.
That is so ballsy. Like for somebody who just started something and call yourself the God Killer.
That's just where I saw myself. Like I looked into the horizon of my third eye.
Yeah,
and that's what I saw.
That's where you're gonna be.
That's where. What's the point?
Yeah. Hey, if you're not gonna go all in, why bother?
Why bother?
And so that's why we're not actually saying that JB's killing,
like Lord, like Jesus Christ,
the Christian God. He's just, what do you call it? Like,
the gods.
Yeah, just gods.
Gods that walk the earth.
Elohim, not the Elohim of all Elohims. Okay, that's a little bit of Hebrew for you. Okay, for all of you uncultured swine out there.
Maybe like the Russian God. If I ever take on one of Khabib's guys, it'd be.
What's your problem, dude? What is your problem?
So he's gonna win. All
yeah,
right.
But I just wanted to get that across so nobody thinks that. Okay, so
yeah, like I'm Catholic.
So now that we got that across, here's the intro. All right. So this is our episode. I forgot, what did I put up? I put the name of the episode. Have you shared it yet or what?
I think I did.
JB, what the hell? Do that right now, man. Now you're pissing me off. No, okay. So episode 28. This is our 28th live stream that we've done.
Wow.
And so I just want to thank each and every one of you all watching. Because like, when we first, how far we've come, right? How far we're so rich and famous now. But no, but the only point, the only reason,
Mickey.
yeah, the only reason, Damn it. The only reason why I'm pointing that out is because, man, if you see our first live streams, it was us and you're in your dark room, right? And I'm trying to, and we're trying to figure out all the technical.
My dog was barking in the background.
Yeah, the technical audio stuff. And,
Yeah.
Eventually,
At some point, I was like, you know what? Let me just go over there.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Yeah, so it's yeah, that was a good idea. Okay, so we're coming around to where it's starting to function a little more smoothly. So step by step, we're getting there.
One day, Joe Rogan's gonna call us.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're gonna end up fighting somebody, me or you is gonna fight somebody that trains at one of the camps in Austin or something.
Yeah.
And we're gonna fucking wreck them, and then they're gonna be like, "Who are those guys? Those guys are from the Valley, like from South Texas, and they beat whoever's there."
Okay, so this has nothing to do with podcasting.
No,
we're just fighting something.
Look, Joe Rogan's gonna be there.
Okay.
You're not hearing me.
Okay.
Like, Joe Rogan's gonna be there.
Oh, okay.
Somehow your fight's gonna resurface.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna resurface from Arkansas, or where'd you go?
Virginia.
Virginia. That's gonna resurface and
Hey,
everything.
Lexi.
So then that's how Joe Rogan's gonna be like, you know what? These guys, they do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why not? Why not say what's up?
Oh, Blink-182 forever.
Forever. Those guys, they're never gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much. They're probably always going to be around.
They're never gonna die. They're gonna live forever. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, but
I feel the same way.
Speaking of Blink-182, I said, were you there last time when we were talking about them or no?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was saying that, I always
We kind of connected it to your tattoo.
I always thought that okay, all these famous bands like AC/DC and Led Zeppelin, they were still performing live when I was a kid, which was past their prime. And I was thinking, well,
oh yeah,
like why aren't they? If they're so big right now, they're such legends. Why aren't they the greatest band of all? Like, why aren't they still huge? Like, why aren't they their new?
it's not like greatest band of all time. It's the greatest band at the time.
I guess what I mean is like, why aren't they? Why aren't all of my nieces and nephews commenting on the damn thing?
Dude, they're supporting us.
Yeah, thank you. They're all trying to puff me up.
All of them are cooler than you.
Go to sleep. It's late.
Hide the beer.
No, Doran's already older. Doran's 21.
You still got bedtimes at 21. You still got responsibilities. Still got bedtimes. Like, you can't be staying past midnight up every day. Like, I remember those days.
Yeah, but not okay. So back to Blink-182. So not so much like the greatest band of all time, but I mean, like, aren't their songs like big right now? Like their new music, why isn't it still like huge and on the radio and all that stuff? And a perfect example is Blink-182, to where like they've been around for so long and they're still together, but they're not mainstream anymore. You know what I mean? The culture is kind of the culture's past them already.
You think so?
No, they're still. What's the biggest? Okay, at one point, Blink-182 was on the radio, and I'm saying the radio loosely. What I mean is like the top of the Billboard.
But being on the radio used to mean something.
Okay, well, that's what I mean. Like, what I mean is like on the top of the Billboard charts, like topping the charts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so now the bands that are on top of the charts right now, the music charts, are nothing like Blink-182, and that's what I mean. Like the culture's changed now. Like Blink-182 isn't part of the culture anymore. They can still be big,
You feel personally attacked.
Love you, Mickey, from your big sis, Wendy, Tupac, baby. Yeah, thank you for the shout out, Wendy. Tupac, what's going on? What's going on, man? I guess they're all hanging out right now.
They're all watching.
Yeah, that can't be good.
Tupac, I love Tupac.
Yeah, all right, but you wanted to say something
You
about
don't like Tupac.
Oh my gosh, she's not saying I look like Tupac. She's just
no. You don't like Tupac. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I'm saying that you don't like Tupac.
Why are you saying that?
I don't know.
What the heck? Okay, whatever. All right, you wanted to talk about your video game. What's going on?
Oh no, it just came out.
Okay,
it came out yesterday.
What just came out, JB?
The Pokemon, what is it? Violet or Scarlet. I got the violet one.
Pokemon Violet and
Dude.
Scarlet?
Yeah, there's 2 of them, so I only got one of them.
Okay, you got Violet. All right. All right, what do you like about this video game, JB?
I haven't, dude. I was gonna say the last time I played a Pokemon game was like, I don't know, dude. Like it's been years.
Product provided.
All right, I'll take that out. All right.
It has to have been at least like 12, 13 years, maybe more than that.
What's my opinion on Tupac?
Exactly. He doesn't like Mickey. Doesn't like him.
He what do you call it? Gloricized.
Glorified?
He glorified. Yeah, why did I say glorified?
I don't know
He
why.
glorified thug life, like gangster life, which totally changed the culture into where people were, like people thought being in a gang was cool. That being involved in all that that culture.
You didn't listen to his music.
Oh, kiss my ass, dude! Shut up.
The whole point of his music was that all that wasn't cool.
You're full of shit, dude. Well, he would. Okay, I don't believe that for a second. Okay, I understand that what he would say was almost like, okay,
In the beginning, he sold what he sold.
he was hold on. He would expose the true life of like the thug life and like how all the you're stuck in the life, you don't choose the life, like. But he would hold it like a flag. He would hold it like this was something. Shut up, Lexi. You already know how to go to college debt free. Call me.
Dude, honestly, there's a song.
Okay.
Okay. Which one? What's it called? I can't think of the name right now, but it's something L.A.
Yeah.
But I just want to so bad drive down.
Is it Tupac or what?
Yeah.
Tupac, L.A. Let me look it up. Maybe Wendy knows what it is. What's the song? Wendy, Tupac, L.A. Has L.A. in it. Tupac.
Anyways.
To live and die in L.A.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that it?
Yes.
All right. Let's
that
see.
song.
Hopefully we don't get taken down.
It will get taken down.
I'm just going to put a little bit of a
copyrighted,
comment.
but
I'm just going to put a little bit
Tupac
of a
forever. I
I
want to drive down to the beach, cruising this song in a convertible.
Oh, wow.
It's
Wendy
just a
actually
thing.
knew it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, to live and die.
Well, too late. Yeah.
If anything, fix my Cadillac. That's a convertible. And then drive that around LA while that song's playing. That's all I want to do.
Dorian's getting me paranoid now.
Tupac forever.
No, but that's why I think he really did glorify like the thug,
You're not wrong.
the thug gangster lifestyle, and a lot of people got into it because of artists like Tupac.
I think so.
Yeah,
you think they just made their own choices and they?
Well, obviously they made their own
some,
choices.
Some of them
JB.
didn't even have choices.
Oh my god! Yeah, okay. Yeah, some of them didn't have choices, but that doesn't change the fact that
The
he
thug
glorified the
life.
lifestyle.
You don't choose the thug life. The thug life chooses
Kiss
you.
my
bro.
ass, JB. Kiss my ass. What the hell's your problem, dude?
I don't make the rules.
What kind of
You ever play GTA?
No, I haven't, JB.
I
Okay.
just started playing GTA.
What I'm saying is that I think it glorified it to where, like,
It was cool, yeah.
Children tried to be a part of it. They looked up to that. They thought it was cool, and they tried to.
In
be a part-
order for me
and-
to be like Tupac, I have to be.
and it
gangsta.
got them involved in in a in a culture and lifestyle that screwed them over to where.
But see, that's like a person writing a book about a story about himself.
do you agree,
right.
Wendy? Do you agree or no?
And then people go and read that book and they're like, oh, that's what I got to do.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, the whole point was that it was a book. The book had a message. The message was for you to read and interpret it and digest it and come up with your own story, not go read it and then copy it. You know what I mean? Like that's almost like the same thing. So
what you're saying is that Tupac really, well, does she agree with me or does she agree with?
Yes.
Now they're just screwing around. Dude, I'm gonna stop putting up your comments.
Let me
if you
guess.
keep-
Mickey likes Biggie Smalls, but
It's all the same, dude. I mean, I don't know. It's good music, dude. I'm not like going against the music, but
you're just going against.
I'm going against
what happened.
I'm going against the culture, dude. I'm going against what it.
I mean,
like-
at some point he was kind of against it too, because he was like, like a lot of stuff was going down.
yeah, but people didn't take it that way. You know what I mean? A
Yeah,
lot of people
everybody's
took it
gonna
as
take-
like,
yeah.
oh, I'm gonna live the life. Well, Yeah, well,
Yeah, of course.
but what I'm saying is that that's with everything. Like a lot of people,
Yeah, that's with everything.
like people take the culture that these artists, that these artists like, are a part of. This guy definitely a Biggie stan. I think he means a Biggie fan, but
Nah, Biggie Stan, bro. That's what you are.
we got JB the God Killer here and Biggie Stan in the studio.
Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds really cool.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. All right,
God
that's
killer.
enough. That's enough. Okay.
Go kill it, go kill it.
But yeah, that's why honestly I think it really screwed over a huge culture because I think the gangster thug life culture really is like by its own design like destructive, I think it's like all centered around drugs, centered around like not
Dude, same thing with cartels and then like those corridos, those
the
you know
cartel
what I'm talking about?
corridos,
Yeah, dude. Every time I listen to those, dude, like it's just like
makes you want to do illegal things.
makes you want to move to Mexico.
That's already a step in the wrong direction. Just moving to Mexico
It's
alone.
cheaper there.
Moving to Mexico alone is like wrong in every way. Like you're already going the wrong direction.
Bro, that's what the music's telling me to do.
Exactly, dude. And that's what I'm trying to say, dude.
That's what
And
you're
how many of them are saying like move to Mexico?
None of them. All of them are saying
but
like
you're taking
they're
it as,
talking.
like,
They're
I wanna
usually
move
like
to
really
Mexico.
fucked up stories, like, and that's what the songs are about. But
Yeah.
it's like like it's all cartel stuff. Like,
Exactly,
crazy
dude.
stuff.
Exactly.
Shouldn't be talking about that.
No, regardless,
Nah.
but that's exactly what I'm trying to
Hit
say.
him with
Like people don't listen to what the
Good music, although.
and regardless whether they're saying it or not, whether they're saying, okay, this I do a bunch of drugs, this isn't good, or I do a bunch of drugs, this is good. Regardless of what they're saying, the kids are going to do a bunch of drugs because it's part of that culture of the music they listen
Yeah,
to.
it's like everybody that listen, like, I don't know. It's like who like Whitney Houston, right? Died of an overdose. Or
Yeah, but she didn't sing like "And I will smoke."
but still, like,
Yeah,
she
crack cocaine.
that all came from that, though. Like it did.
She did not put out.
She was in so much pain.
She
Like,
didn't put out that like culture or like thing or whatever.
no, that was a thing. That culture thing was.
What
a
I'm
thing.
saying is she didn't put any of that out there. She didn't sing about it. She didn't put it out in her music videos. She didn't look like
I
a
think
crackhead.
she was like open about it.
I don't think she was open about it
How
at
did
all.
everybody know then? Like,
Because she had serious issues.
there's no way that people did not know. Like, somebody had to provide Whitney with coke.
Dude,
Somebody
no.
had to, like, so it was like, okay, everybody that's around her knows there's a thing that there's, but that's like almost every artist, every person that was famous was.
That's why I'm saying.
doing
And
drugs.
so like the majority of all of these artists do drugs.
Yeah.
Like but why do we know about Whitney Houston? Because I think she really
died.
I think
That's so.
I think she really had an issue to where she died from it.
Yeah.
I think she really had an issue to where she went to jail because of it. I think she
Yeah,
really had an
exactly.
issue because she had all these like domestic, disturbance
It's
issues.
like you listen to the music, you kind of support that.
But that's why.
you know?
But I don't believe that at all. I think like she didn't put that out there in her music. You know what I mean? Like she didn't put that out there in the way that she
That's not the same thing.
she put
as,
herself across.
Like, okay, so you're saying like Tupac was like very blatant about it, like boom.
Okay, did Tupac rap about
You
about like
you have to go and do a whole discography.
did
You have to do
Look,
a study.
Did Tupac
Bobby.
Did Tupac rap about like
Being in love? Yeah.
like thug life, and did he rap about doing drugs?
yeah.
And did he did he dress like a thug, talk like a thug?
I
And
can't answer that
oh
question.
my god! And openly do drugs.
know.
I'm saying that's the huge difference. Like that's the biggest difference that I'm talking about.
Whitney looks like
You're now
She
you're
was real
bullshitting.
skinny.
How can I have a conversation with you? You're bullshitting the whole time.
how am I bullshitting?
Because you know exactly. That
Okay,
it's not
like
the same
if
thing.
it was me back in the 80s, if I was talking to anybody, I'd assume that you're doing coke.
Yeah.
But that's just because of what I know now. Like,
Yeah, and apply that to what I'm talking about.
So you're saying, yeah, Tupac would be even more.
No, no. Okay, I don't
That's what
even.
you're saying.
Okay, what point are you trying to make, JB?
No, because you're saying
Maybe
like,
we're not on the same page.
yeah, I don't get what you're saying.
Yeah.
What you mean by like,
What are you trying to say?
um,
I'm saying my problem isn't that Tupac was like in that life, that he was in that culture. I'm not saying that he was like,
okay,
that was a part. I'm saying that he glorified it by putting it in his music, glorified it by carrying himself a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm saying that's destructive for kids who listen to this and look up to him.
yeah. I'm just saying because it was like destructive for me to know like, oh, Whitney Houston
Yeah. Yeah, but she didn't do that on
create
purpose.
all. No, she
Yeah.
didn't. But she made all this music. But then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, what happened to her? Oh, well, she OD'd
Yeah.
on drugs.
And
it's like, ooh, like I was like, wow, like like
yeah. I can agree. I can agree with that. I would say the only difference is that like she didn't do it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like she just had that much of an issue to where it all came out.
yeah. Or I guess even like another example would be like Mac Miller. Like everybody knew he had problems. Everybody knew
He
had
talked,
issues.
or he didn't he
He
rap,
would rap
about
it
doing
too.
drugs?
Yeah, he'd rap about.
All these rappers talk about taking pills and all this shit. Like
They rap about
no
dying.
wonder all of you are dying. You know?
They rap about dying. They rap about like all this stuff. Like it's crazy. It's like almost like they know.
Well, yeah, because they're involved in a bunch of bullcrap, dude. They and that's why they glorify taking pills. They glorify smoking pot. They glorify all this shit and like.
Pot's okay.
Oh my god. Well, that's why. Look. I really felt if we were in a more libertarian country.
Not Frank Ocean.
Not Frank Ocean's the worst one.
The worst.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know anything about Frank Ocean, but he's gay, so he's going to hell.
He raps about that too.
Yeah, he raps about men. So
No,
now
he does. He sings about it.
Yeah, he raps about men. So now, Alexi, your brother is gonna turn gay because of Frank Ocean. I hope you're happy about that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, okay, nothing wrong. Okay, that sounds bad. Okay, there's
That
nothing
sounds
wrong.
terrible.
If he
On
was-
behalf of the Mickey G podcast, I have to step in.
The only reason why I'm saying that is because
Whoa, Mickey! I'm about to get the lawyers. Hold
yeah.
on.
the only reason why I'm saying that is cause see, look what happened. Look what happened.
Dude, you're gonna start a fight.
Yeah, and okay, so the only reason why I'm saying that is because Lex is a homophobe. So like, I have no problem with it. I'm totally, all my best friends are gay. Oh, wait, did I? Okay, I took it down. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, but that's all I'm saying. I'm saying like, okay, I agree with you, but I just think that okay, well, it wasn't her fault at all. It all came out. Yeah, I think she just had serious issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get back to Pokemon.
They all
I
did.
don't
They
know
all
how the
had
hell we got to
serious issues.
Tupac on there.
Got real serious, Got real serious.
No, I don't think at all. I think as long as we're
No. Like as far as like about the subject though, like the
Yeah.
dive, because you're not wrong. Like there is like a whole culture of like Tupac and like all this music and like stuff that happened and how he got murdered. I used to like read up on stuff like that and like, so you're not really wrong. Like yeah, there is.
I know.
But I'm also I'm also on that side of like, everybody makes their own choices. Like
Yeah.
if you choose to do bad things, you choose to do bad things. Don't act like
Yeah.
you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But that's another conversation.
No, I agree with you 100%. We're both on the same page with that. I don't I told you. I told you I'm not homophobic.
Not
dude.
only are we gonna get censored for playing Tupac, we're also gonna get censored for this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry.
God
Dorian.
killer first, and then you hate the gays.
Yeah, don't worry, Dorian. Just pray the gay away, okay? Okay, so
Which one?
I forgot what I was even gonna say.
One of them or all of them?
Okay. Like the whole
The whole
existence
lot,
of
or
gays.
like just that part of town?
All right, hurry up. Let's get to your damn game, dude. I don't even know
Do
what
it,
the hell
dude.
we're. Because you freaking changed the damn subject about.
I didn't. It was your cousins. It was your cousins.
All right, hold on. Let me share this. Okay.
You're missing all the good stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw it.
Play it again.
What else do
Oh
we
my
have to
god,
play?
I
It's
want to
just
play, dude.
okay. So you got this game. All right, tell us a little bit about it, JB.
I have no knowledge of this game.
Well, I don't know. Why'd you get it?
to try to see what's up.
So you have nothing to say about this damn game, but you
I
wanted to
haven't
bring
played
it up.
Pokemon in like the last Pokemon game, Mickey, I played was back in like 2012.
Let me just get this. Let me just get this straight. You brought this up. You wanted to talk about it, and you have absolutely nothing to say about it.
Whoa, it looks good. It looks cool. It's an open world Pokemon game. Look at that. Look, you get to see the buildings.
JB, you're like,
Look.
yeah, it looks great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gee, thanks, JB. You really.
What am I
helped
supposed
us.
to say? Like I haven't even downloaded it. I haven't
Well,
turned it on.
that's fine. This is the same disagreement we had about the Tupac stuff, to where like it's not that I want you to say. It's like, why'd you even bring it up?
What? Oh, just cause it's a thing. People are buying it.
Yeah, okay. Well,
It's a brand new game that just came out yesterday, Mickey. I don't know what you do not.
while you're
understand.
at it, what are your thoughts on the new Modern Warfare 2?
I played it like once or twice. It's okay. I liked it when I played it. I enjoyed it, but everybody else that I talked to like hates it.
What'd you like about it, JB?
The feel to it, like it was like a more of a third person kind of thing. And the mechanics were a little bit different. Like it got me.
Wait, really? It was third person or what?
Kind of like that's what it kind of felt like, a little bit more robotic.
Let me look this
Because
up.
what's his name? Warzone's real. I feel like real loose would be the word.
Modern Warfare 2, right?
Dude, hold on. You look at all this. You can fly on a Pokemon.
So you just want to look at it. You don't want to actually talk about it.
Well, we were talking about it. Then I just didn't know what you want me to say.
JV, I freaking hate you, dude. You weren't saying anything.
I haven't played this game. I don't know any of the Pokemon. I
And
don't know
that's-
because it's all brand new Pokemon. Like
All right.
it's a brand new generation,
Yeah.
brand new little story, brand new
All
characters.
right, hold on. Let me put it.
I
up.
literally don't know anything about this game.
Okay.
It's not my fault. There's Pokemon that are bicycle dragons. They literally have tires.
Okay. Who's the main character of the game?
I don't know.
Is it still Ash or what?
No, it's probably somebody else. Like
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
All right. You got which
but it
one?
looks cool because you'll be able to like trade with people, battle with people. Like it'll be easier to connect online. Like
Okay.
it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Okay. So now we're looking at this house,
Sweet house.
and yeah, it is a nice house.
Dude, look at it. It's so different because it goes like the first one was like a 2D pixel,
Yeah.
like little squares moving, like, and now it's all this now. 3D.
Yeah.
You're seeing the actual people.
Oh, look at those two girls hanging out in schoolgirl outfits.
Can't wait.
Look at them exploring
Look at that.
each other's bodies.
Victory Road. See, look. Freaking, what the heck was that? A dragon tire.
I feel like half of these Pokemons they look like just human type Pokemons. Like they all look like Mewtwo. Like Mewtwo was like special because he was like
Made in a lab.
yeah, no, but also like he had 4 limbs. He had he looked like he had the form of a human. You know what I mean? Like that looks like a freaking animal. That looks like a,
They're supposed to look more like animals.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, yeah. All right.
We can only make so much new stuff, though. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, there's only so many forms of animal. But I
Yeah.
feel like there's plenty of forms of animal to where they can keep going.
I don't know, dude. Like, this is already like, there's some whack shit every time. Like,
Yeah.
there's a garbage can at some point. Like, literally, like, it's like if you're seriously like,
Like Oscar the Grouch or what?
kind of, dude. But it was literally a trash bag. Dang, it looks huge.
Do you know there was that who's that Pokemon that's a magnet?
A Magnemite?
Is that what it's
See,
called?
that's pretty cool, though. Yeah, like,
that what it's called?
Yeah, that's his name.
Oh, Psyduck, I know those.
Psyduck. Yeah, look.
Yeah, I'm trying to see which ones I actually know because I know not that much about, or hardly anything
What the
about
heck?
Pokemon.
You can fly on that thing. Like. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! A battle. That's pretty sweet, dude. I haven't played it in years. So this will be the first game that I play. So I'm gonna have to.
What was the last one that you played?
I'm telling you, dude. It was back in like 2010, like 2010. Like,
12 years ago.
yes, like it was a long ass time ago.
Wow, you're right.
I never played any of the ones that came out after that. Like, and there was a bunch.
Mm,
There was a bunch.
crazy. Well, was there anything else you wanted to?
No, I guess that was it.
You're an asshole, Jamie.
Me?
I was just kidding. No.
Apparently, it's my attitude. But I don't care.
Do you want to talk about that or what?
No, I want another beer.
All right, go ahead and get another beer. Or are
Nah,
you still
I'm
drinking?
almost done,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah, just a minute.
But yeah, I wasn't joking, but I was joking.
Yeah. No, I feel you. No worries. That's what I was going to say. Do you want to talk about it? JB has some issues, you guys. So
That's what they tell me.
I'm sorry for speaking, out of context.
That's what the
but-
voices in my head tell me, but I don't listen.
Okay, let me see. All right. So next, I'm going to
FTX.
FTX.
Did you buy FTX? Do you have money in there?
I'm not into crypto at all.
You don't have any crypto at all?
No, not at all. No. I tried it out once. It was a huge mistake. So
I have
What's going on with FTX? A lot. Let's
wait,
explain.
hold on.
FTX, the third largest crypto
Who's
exchange, amid liquidity crisis to get bought by
Just a YouTube
Binance,
channel.
only for Binance to back out of the deal. How did this all happen? Well, it all started when a leak came out in CoinDesk about dodgy numbers seen in a balance sheet from hedge fund Alameda. The catch here? Alameda Research is the sister company of FTX, and it was founded before the exchange was. This report showed an almost symbiotic relationship between FTX and Alameda, showing that funds from FTX and its exchange token FTT were sort of like a nest egg for Alameda. All this led to a public back and forth between CEO of Binance Changpeng Zhao, or CZ, and FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, where he said to have sold all FTT holdings, namely over $500 million worth. What followed after that was a huge crunch in liquidity due to further withdrawals, leaving FTX at the brink of collapse.
That's such a big word.
$6 billion
Liquidity.
worth of user withdrawals in less than 5 days. So CZ stepped in and offered to buy the exchange full out. This development
was
was
the
seen as a
plan the whole
bailout
time.
move. Not too long after, CZ and Binance.
That's what a lot of companies do, actually.
That was the
They will
plan the
not
whole
acquire
time, dude.
FTX after all. This whole ordeal is causing a lot of worry for investors. So we at Panda want to assure you of something. Regulation and licensing is our utmost priority. As one of the most regulated investment platforms.
Yeah, shut up. All right.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, so I don't know. From what I'm getting from it, it's what happened was he was funding his company through that coin, or it was vice versa. He was funding the coin through that company. I don't know. I think it was
It was a nesting egg.
but okay. So they're
That
accusing
shit
this.
doesn't happen on accident.
All right, the reason why this is a big deal is because it crashed so hard, and so it caused a huge crash. I think in like crypto in general,
Yeah.
like it caused, and not only that, but it's causing people to question. Okay, since this was almost like a Ponzi scheme, and since it was almost like a Ponzi scheme, then it kind of questions like, well, maybe this should cause for more regulation for crypto. You know, it kind of goes for the argument for people who have been wanting regulation for cryptocurrency, which is all that Bitcoin, Ethereum. What are some of the Shiba Inu coin, Dogecoin, all of these crypto things that have been coming up.
Yeah.
And like I said, when this thing was like going crazy, like when Shiba Inu went up like something 1,000%, and people were making all this money off of cryptocurrency, I had tried going into it, but I didn't really know how it worked. I didn't know how to purchase these damn coins, and I didn't know really how to go about it. And so I lost a little bit of money trying to like invest in it. But the only reason why I did it wasn't because I actually believed in cryptocurrency or I believed in the coin, but it was only because I thought I could make money off of it. You know what I mean? Because it was so like jumping all over the place. It was
But
so
how
volatile.
exactly did you lose it? You bought
I was gonna
high and you sold low.
I was gonna buy Shiba Inu, but what happened was, I don't know. They said I had to buy Ethereum first and then convert it, to get the Shiba Inu.
Those fees to convert.
because they didn't offer Shiba Inu, so I had to use another crypto in order to get that crypto. I don't know. It's some BS, whatever. And so I thought it was pending because I didn't know how to do it, and so it was pending like for a long time. And so I was just like, screw it. I'm just gonna take it out. But the price had dropped there was a huge drop in the price of crypto. So I was losing a bunch of money. I almost lost like half of it.
Yeah.
I put in like $1,000.
So you only got 500 back.
And no. I was almost gonna get 500 back. And then so I just waited and waited for it to go back up, and I cashed out at like $800. So I taxed myself.
$200.
Yeah, they talk about it like a Dave Ramsey says it's like a stupid tax. You know what I mean? You stupid tax yourself $200 just to
Don't do it again.
don't do it again. And that's pretty much where I've been at this whole time. Like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do it again because really it's gambling, dude. These people are getting into cryptocurrency not because
I just started gambling regularly.
Yeah, like they're getting into it not because they actually believe in cryptocurrency, but because like I think the majority of people investing in it is because they're trying to make money. They're trying to they think that because it's so volatile, they might choose correctly and it'll go up.
Yeah.
And I think we're finally starting to see the fruits of this cryptocurrency that it's really it's all a Ponzi scheme, dude. It's all like, okay, we're going to create something and we're going to pretend it's like a special type of software to where it's valuable. And the only reason why they're doing that is so people can put money into it. The more people put money into it, then it's actually worth something. But you could make the argument, what do a lot of crypto people make the argument for? That it's like
I don't even know.
That it's like the U.S. dollar. A lot of crypto people say, well, it's just like the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is not backed up by anything else other than the trust that people have.
But that's
in
not
the
even
currency.
true because you have to convert your U.S. dollar into something else. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
Like the fact that I have to put in my fiat, put in my actual worth into something like you said, something that is of worth of value that somebody else is telling me.
Don't invest in Doge, Dorn. Or Tony, I'm sorry, I'm getting this wrong.
But in reality, it's not worth anything. You know what I mean? Like they're just telling you, oh, it's worth this much money.
Let me give you a small history lesson. All right, hold on. Let me look up some beautiful music.
History.
Yeah. History, music. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay.
Oh, again with this crap.
No, this isn't good. Hold on, let me see.
Sounds like we're in the desert. This is like the soundtrack to The Mummy.
Yeah, I was hoping. Hold on, let me see. That's not good either.
My legs are falling asleep.
All right, never mind.
Ooh, that one.
Okay, a long, long time ago,
Star Wars.
there was what people called gold. It was a precious metal.
Yeah, it's silver, dude.
And with this precious metal, people could make many valuable things, such as precious jewelry.
Forget perfumes.
And well, I don't know. There's a bunch of whatever. So gold was
Wine.
People would use gold. You know what I mean? And the reason why they would use gold is because it was helpful. It was beneficial.
Why'd you stop?
I don't know. It's gonna take too long. I'd rather just express myself. But also,
People would use gold.
also with silver's like right now the silver's so highly valued because they use it a lot in circuits, and so these things actually have value. Like they help to use things, and gold is such a malleable, diverse metal that it's worth something. So people would use gold for so long. And so after a while, it was to where, okay, well, it's too much to give you, like, I can't cut off a piece of gold for you to give me this beer. You know what I mean? So what I would do is I would write you a note. Look, I have my gold stored in the bank, and I'm going to write you a note that there's a percentage of that gold.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, a weight of that gold that you can use to. And so eventually the government started, do you know what? We're just going to hand these out. And these will actually be back up that there's a certain amount of gold that you have. Gee, thanks a lot. By the way, you shouldn't be drinking, Kim Johnson. All right. And so the government started issuing these dollars out. Okay, look, these dollars are going to represent a certain amount of gold that you have in the in the bank. And $1 was supposed to be worth 4 pieces of silver. The 4 quarters that we have, to this day, those 4 pieces of silver would be over $20. So $1 is actually supposed to be worth $20 today, but we've printed so many of these pieces of paper that 4 quarters don't represent what $1 anymore. You know, I don't know. Okay, there's more paper than there is actual gold in a reserve, and so like if we keep printing all this money, that's why, you know, you see old pictures of burgers used to cost like 5 cents. You know what I mean? They're actually worth 5 cents, but we've totally gone off that standard. It's not even to where.
Yeah, but you were making how much back then? $100.
Dude, it has nothing to do with that, dude. Like, if we made $100 back then, it would be equivalent to what you have right now. Like, you know, whatever you have, like times 20, or whatever $100 is time. What's 100 times 20? 2,000, right? Yeah, 2,000.
So, but I'd have $100, but then that $100 would be worth
2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you saw, like McDonald's, they used to sell burgers, you know, worth 5 cents, and it's because it was actually worth that much in gold or silver or whatever. But we've totally, we've totally inflated what's actually in that dollar because we got off that standard. It was where, okay, we're not going to back up our money by gold anymore. We're going to. What we're going to do is we're just going to hand out these dollars like every other country in the world that is eventually going to collapse. And so that's the biggest issue we're in right now.
Isn't that what happened to, what country was it that they started using Bitcoin?
Oh, shoot.
And
Country went down because they used Bitcoin?
Yeah, they started using it as their main
Well, that's a big problem.
source. No, it was like Venezuela or something. Or
Venezuela was always a problem, but I don't think so. Let me see.
Dude, look it up. Look it up.
Let me see.
A shot of what? I don't know what Mickey has though.
Okay.
He only has whiskey. But that's
Country.
fine.
How would I word
Just
that?
put Venezuelan Bitcoin or put a South American.
Country that
South American.
uses Bitcoin. What country uses Bitcoin the most? I don't know. I think you're totally. Do you think it was Thailand or what?
No, it was a South American country, unless it was Thailand.
I think you might be Central
Or
Africa.
an African.
Oh, Central African Republic adopts Bitcoin as legal tender.
Oh,
I think that's it or no?
no.
El Salvador?
Yeah.
El Salvador. Okay.
Maybe that.
Let me look it up. El Salvador
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Tumbling Bitcoin overshadows cryptocurrency. El Salvador Bitcoin.
Here, I'm gonna go get a beer.
All right, go for it. El Salvador will be buying 1 Bitcoin a day, says country's president.
What?
Hold on.
Look up how much a Bitcoin is.
Hold on. Let me look it up. All right. El Salvador Bitcoin. Okay. El Salvador's Bitcoin revolution floundered. All right. Let me lower this and bring this
Last
up.
year, President Nayib Bukele announced that El Salvador would be the first country to make Bitcoin an official currency. Everybody in the country was given a digital Bitcoin wallet. In stores, we're supposed to let people pay using crypto. Bitcoiners
is El
were super
Salvador.
excited. To them, it was like, first El Salvador, next up the world. And Bukele basically became a crypto influencer on Twitter, posting when he bought Bitcoin and trolling anybody who criticized him. So what happened?
This summer, I went to El Salvador to see for myself. And even though my expectations were pretty low, I was surprised by how little Bitcoin use I saw. Even in El Zante, beach town that Bitcoiners call Bitcoin City, I met a lot of people who didn't use Bitcoin. The first place I went to, when I went to go buy a bottle of water, the clerk snatched it out of my hands as soon as I mentioned Bitcoin. He said, basura, trash.
Bukele's Bitcoin experiment may have cost the country $300 million or more. That would have gone a long way to fix hospitals or roads, both things the poor Central American nation really needs.
Pretty much no one in El Salvador that I met had much good to say about Bitcoin at all. What I realized is that Bitcoiners have basically used an entire country in a big publicity stunt. Still, President Bukele isn't showing any signs of giving up on this plan. Promoters are still saying the country's going to raise billions of dollars by selling Bitcoin-backed bonds to build a Bitcoin-powered city in the east of the country around the whole.
And honestly, that's a lot of what I've been seeing is that like really what Bitcoin is, it's a huge, or not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency in general. It's a huge publicity thing to where the more people we get to use it or the more people we can get to believe that it's used, the more money we can make, the more we'll put up its worth. And what I was trying to tell JB is that the biggest difference between Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, cryptocurrency, any type of cryptocurrency, and the US dollar is that there was actually an agreement that the US government made with BP, British Petroleum, that look, we'll give you all of our largest contracts. We'll give you something. I forgot exactly what it was, but we're going to give you all of these things if you agree to only take the US dollar in currency. So if China orders all these millions of gallons of crude oil, then they have to do it in the US dollar. And so that's what stabilized the US currency, even though it's just a fiat. It's based off of the same thing that Bitcoin's based off of. Because our American dollar is the same thing as Bitcoin, except the U.S. is so powerful to where they were actually able to dictate, okay, what British Petroleum could accept, and so that's what's given it more strength as a currency. And I know this is gonna piss off a lot of like cryptocurrency people.
Oh, I'm pissed off already.
But like, hey, if I could be that honest about the U.S. dollar, at least they could be that honest about cryptocurrency in general. And, and JB's a fan, right? Well, could you admit that much as a representative of all cryptocurrency users that you can acknowledge that it's like a Ponzi thing?
Yes.
That's it. No, say no more. Oh wait, wrong one. All right, say no more. Oh, wait.
It has to be only like.
You're right, JB. That's it. Don't say anything.
It has to be only because it's like this, Mickey. If I told you every day put $1 in here, if you put $1, I'll put $1.
Okay, deal.
Right, every day.
Wait, what are we gonna do after it's done?
We're gonna have to wait 15 years.
Okay, and what do we do after the 15 years?
After it's done, we can split it.
JB, that's the dumbest premise I've ever heard. Do you know why?
I'm not done.
If you and I put $1 every day and we split it,
it's gonna be the same thing, right?
Okay. Same exact thing.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. I miss. Okay. I'm sorry. Did I miss something?
No. I'm saying like that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
In my mind, like you're essentially you're doing almost the same thing. Like you're putting money into an app.
Yeah.
Right. You're putting your fiat, your actual money, converting it into whatever. You're putting it into a jar. You're putting it into whatever. Yeah. And that's the idea. The idea is that I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to wait because at some point that same dollar isn't going to be worth $1 anymore. It's going to be worth $2. It's going to be worth $3. Right?
Yeah.
Because now I'm going around everybody else like, oh, everybody else put $1 in here. And then I go to somebody else or to somebody else with even more money and I tell that person, hey, this bottle is technically worth X amount of dollars
Yeah.
because there's X amount of dollars in it.
So yeah, for example, so if you and I just one day we put $1 each, and then you go around and say, "Hey, this is worth $2. Give me $2." Is that what you're saying?
Or it'd be like, if you put $1 in here, this bottle will be worth more, and then in the future,
Yeah.
who knows how much this bottle will be worth, and who knows how much
Yeah.
we'll be able to, you know. So I feel like that's almost like that same idea, but it's like you said, if I put $1 in here and I put $1 in here and we split it, we're both getting just $1 back. But how this guy did it with FTX, everybody threw their dollars in the bottle into the jar. And then he just turned around and took that bottle,
Take it out. Yeah.
and cashed it out. You know what I mean? Like, he took everybody's fucking dollars,
Yeah.
but the actual dollars, you know what I mean? Like the actual fiat. Because if you put your dollar, that's a physical US fiat dollar. And that's what people are doing. You're putting it into this imaginary cookie jar, imaginary bottle.
Yeah.
You no longer have that.
Dude, that same like
You understand what
yeah,
I'm,
that
what I'm
same
getting at?
example that you're giving is the same exact example that the what's his name, Friedman from
Yeah.
FTX gave as to what it was. So it's funny you say that.
Check it out.
That's because of the
surprising
beer.
amount of legitimacy for what farming could mean. You know, where'd you start? You start with a company that builds a box. And in practice, this
I did
box
take a
is
shot.
probably dressed it up to look like a life-changing, world-altering protocol that's going to replace all the big banks in 38 days or whatever. Maybe for now, actually ignore what it does or pretend it does literally nothing. It's just a box.
This is him
All right,
describing
step
farming.
one, we're already getting
Which is
some
what
red
they
flags
did.
here.
That's
Pretend
my
you're
bottle.
life-changing
That's
and
my bottle.
actually do nothing. Okay, what's step two, Sam?
And then this protocol issues a token. We'll call it whatever, X token. And X token promises that anything cool that happens because of this box
Because of
is
the bottom.
going to ultimately be usable by, governance vote of holders
Okay.
of the X tokens. They can vote on what to do with any proceeds or
He's
other
talking about
cool
the
things that
protocol
happen from
specifically, though.
this box. And if
He's talking about the protocol of the token specifically, because apparently when you buy a token,
Yeah.
you now have this power over governance of said bottle. Now it's like, okay, now everybody can vote. Like, what should we do with this bottle now?
Yeah.
Now that it's worth X amount of dollars, should we sell it over here? Should we do this? Should we do that?
JB,
like-
you're a genius. You literally, the fact that you could come up with this metaphor, and it's exactly what the owner of this multi-billion-dollar company described. You're a genius, dude. That's it.
dude, I'm just lazy. I'm
Own
just
it
lazy.
all. You would own it all. All right.
You want to finish it? See what he's. Yeah, let's see what I want to see what he says now.
Of course, so far we haven't exactly given a compelling reason for why there ever would be any proceeds from this box. But I don't know, maybe there will be. So that's sort of where you start. And now what happens? Well, X token has some market cap, right? It's probably not zero. Let's say it's, $20 million market cap.
Okay, step two, make a $20 million market cap from nothing. No big deal, guys. It's crypto. Now, the interviewer, this guy,
What's this guy giving it his? All right, let me see if I. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
he's like, the hell, I can't.
From like first principles, it should be zero, but okay.
Sure. Okay. I completely reasonable comment.
That's not quite true, but it when you describe it in this totally cynical way, it sounds like it should be zero. But go on.
Describe it this way: you might think, for instance, that in 5 minutes with an internet connection, you could create such a box and such a token, and that it should reflect
I think JB can.
it should be worth $180 or
Exactly.
something market cap
Whatever.
for that that effort that you put into it. In the world that we're in, if you do this, everyone's going to be like, "Ooh, box token. Maybe it's cool. If you buy a box token, that's going to appear on Twitter and it'll have a $20 million market cap."
All right.
That's just what you
It's
described,
like
Jimmy.
it's like you're kind of like it's high risk too because it's by luck people have to buy into it.
But he's doing it with other people's money, dude.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. It's not even his money.
Exactly.
That's even worse.
Yep.
Wow.
You're right, JB.
That's even worse.
All right. Okay, enough of that. I think we covered it enough. You see that's fair. Okay.
If you're happy with that.
All right, moving on. Okay, so FTX, and then what was the other thing I wanted to discuss? FTX, Twitter Blue. Twitter Blue.
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on with Twitter?
Okay, here's the thing. Soon we will. All right, let me see.
Should I get a Twitter handle again?
Do you know what? You're in good company because, okay, you're in good company because we have a Twitter. The Mickey G channel has a Twitter. Yes, and soon we will be Twitter official. We will be approved.
Ooh.
We will be. Oh, and look! First things first.
Hold on.
Elon Musk.
What was that?
Hold on. I'll show it. Don't worry. Okay. All right. Let me see. All right. Let's share screen. Okay, Twitter. There you go. All right. So for the people not following us on Twitter, we have a Twitter account. Okay. All right. There's our profile, the Mickey G channel, and we just started. Okay, but look, that's one of our first posts. Elon Musk and AOC.
Dang.
In
they're
love.
dating?
Yeah, dude. Look, that's it. Yeah, it is.
That's on his expensive clothes. In South Padre.
I can't get enough of this video. Let me put it.
It doesn't even look like him.
Looks exactly like
No, that's his stunt double. That's his stunt double.
All right. Oh, dude, I just realized. Oh no, yeah, people could see what we're saying. Okay, I thought we were just watching it by ourselves. Look at AOC.
They don't know what we're saying. AOC is so beautiful.
She looks fabulous.
She's so hot. Yeah. I
Damn.
remember her being that.
She's wearing a girdle. That is central. Okay, but yeah. Long story short, we're on
Now
Twitter.
I'm sad.
And soon we are going to be Twitter Blue official. I'm going to follow Elon Musk.
You have to now.
Let me see. Maybe I could subscribe right now. We could only do it on IO. Okay, well, I'll do it later. We'll figure it out. All right. But yeah, so if you're not following us, follow us on Twitter. We're soon going to be Twitter official, that's going to be us. Look at me. We're celebrities now. So-
You just get a blue fucking check, though.
Exactly, dude. That's all we need. Once we get the blue check mark, we're going to be famous, dude.
Joe Rogan, here we come.
Yeah.
I gotta get better at jiu-jitsu.
Thank you for bringing up that topic, Tony. Yeah, see, I refer to you by your name.
We need the check mark.
Because that's actually the first thing I wanted to bring up. Before anything else, really the main thing, people are so butthurt about Elon Musk and Twitter and all this crap. And
they're just mad that they don't own Twitter.
Look, what they don't realize and what a lot of people don't realize, and look, this is just my personal opinion, and I don't want to be too, what do you call it? Too
Pushy?
Yeah, pushy about this, but
It's your podcast. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Whatever the hell.
What's your problem, JP? I think what a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of these companies
Social media
in Silicon Valley, a lot of these big companies, they're actually not making any money. They all live off of debt. They all live off of other people's money because they're so famous. If they can maintain their fame, then they can,
company itself.
Yeah, then they can maintain a debt. They can maintain people investing in them so that they can live off of it. And that's what Twitter's been doing for so long. And so they haven't been running their company like a company. They've been running their company like a I don't want to say a Ponzi scheme because I feel like we've said that so much.
What's it called? Silicon Valley.
Yeah, they live off of debt. All of these companies,
all the other new companies are popping up, and they have like the new sleep caves and the
and so that's what happened. Twitter was paying more money than they were actually making. And so that's what a lot of people didn't realize until the purchase is that wow, Elon Musk is actually paying money for this company.
Actual fiat.
And the reason why they're jumping on it is because Twitter is worth nothing. Twitter is totally like they owe more money than they actually
I think it was
have.
it was more like there was more to it because you're also talking about stock value of Twitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And it's the same thing like FTX, like Bitcoin. Like, is it actually worth this much? You know what I mean? Like,
actually
we're
isn't.
buying all this stock in it, and the only reason why they believe it's worth that much is because of how famous it is, and if people keep putting money into it because of that fame, and so like all of that keeps up the looks. And do you know what?
do you buy stocks or no?
No, I don't.
No. It's just a.
And so like if I'm not on that, we were talking about the baby steps, the Dave Ramsey baby steps.
Oh, that's right. You're still paying off.
I'm not on that baby step yet. Yeah.
You should either way.
Gee, thanks. Thanks, Dave. Right? Screw you, JD.
At least when it was low.
Speaking to the mic, at least.
At least when it was low, you should have started.
But do you know what, JB? I have good news for you. There is a storm coming.
A good storm?
A really, really bad storm coming.
Oh no!
I guarantee you.
I don't like the sound of that.
Within the next few years, we're gonna see the U.S. dollar plummet or inflate more than it's inflated. We're gonna see a lot of.
I thought you meant like personally.
No. I'm saying we're gonna see a lot of financial woes. We're gonna see a lot of issues. That's
why I'm trying to get rid of as much debt that I have right now.
Yeah. Because that's why the cost of living is going to go up immensely, and not only that, but we're going to see a delay in how this affects everything. Because right now, we're already seeing the effects of it, the prices of everything going up. It's going to take a while for that to come to fruition, for it to catch up, people to lose their jobs, for people to not be able to afford things, for all of these things to come to. And once it happens, we're going to see a lot of really bad things happen. And it's going to happen soon. Within the next few years, we're going to see some very serious financial things come soon. Mark my words. Okay? That's why just a few years ago, you could get a house for like 2-3%. And now the lowest you can get is like 8% buy a house.
That's right now, yeah.
And that's just the easiest thing. And the reason why is because it's so common to purchase a house, and it's so how do you say this? It's so common to purchase a house, and it's a large purchase. So it's the most visible that you can see how the market's reflecting what's actually going on economically. But you're going to see everything else is going to go up in price. Okay. Yeah. With that being Caniac combos, they went from 1034 to 1589. This inflation is insane.
Dude. This guy's I like where this guy's head's at.
Wait a second, is the Caniac with the 6 different strip?
What other combo would you get? The one with the one strip?
You get the Caniac?
You want one strip?
Which one do you get, JB?
The Caniac, dude. What other combo is there to get?
That's because I'm fat, dude. Like, so I'm like,
oh, I didn't call you fat.
No, I'm calling myself fat.
I didn't say that. I didn't call you fat.
I'm calling myself fat. I'm trying to say, like, I eat a lot. I just ate that Coletti's burger today.
You went to Coletti's and you don't order the Caniac.
Is that the one with the 6? You get the one with the 6?
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
You never get the one with the 3?
No.
Oh my gosh.
3's not enough. What am I ordering for my nephew?
You're like 3-year-old nephew?
Am I ordering the 3 strips for my 2-year-old nephew? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. What the hell?
The 6 with the 2 sauces. You asked for the extra sauce.
Dude, okay, no joke. I'll get the 3. I'll get the, what's the 3 called?
Just a lame-o combo. The lamiac.
Here comes JB with the jokes.
Always get 2 sauces with a side of ketchup.
Dude,
and a large Dr. Pepper.
Dude, no joke. Whatever. No joke. I always
should stop drinking soda though.
Damn it,
Extra fries, yeah, no slaw.
okay. If I'm hungry, I'll get the 4. If I'm
you get one.
if I'm not
extra.
starving, I'll get the 3.
Dude, they're chicken tenders.
I think the 3 is the box combo, right? Or I don't know. I could be wrong. Either way,
Honestly, like
why are we talking about Canes?
I used to kill a whole box of Lucy's chicken up in Austin, dude.
Okay,
I would kill a whole bucket. Like
Either way, even if I would
that
get
shit was
3,
good.
even if I would get the 3, I would get 3 sauces.
3. So a sauce for each tender.
Not for the tenders, dude. For the tenders and the fries and the bread.
Oh, I get you.
I dip everything in it, dude. It's wonderful. I love Canes. Hey, I'm
You get full on the sauce.
Oh, it is called the 3-finger combo. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's a lame combo name.
Shut up, JB.
It's not cool like the Caniac.
Why did we even bring up Canes? What was
Inflation, bro.
Oh yeah. Damn it.
Inflation, bro. He was saying it was like $10. It was like a 10 or 12 buck thing for the Caniac. Now it's like 15, 16 bucks.
Oh my. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good reflection of it. Yeah, because that's like a.
Like I can't ball out because fucking inflation. Like, and that's my fault. Like, thanks, Biden.
Yeah, it's 150% increase. That's a big deal. Okay. So, or no, that's a 50% increase.
Yeah.
Right? How would
No,
you-
it's
yeah,
still like, I mean,
Okay, so let me go ahead and play this. I'm gonna step out to get another to make myself a drink, but just so you can
let's
see,
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, just so you can
Play
see
it.
what's going on.
That one I
All
have to talk.
right. Yeah.
Welcome back. A new wave
Can
of
they see this?
resignations now at Twitter after Elon Musk gave the employees an ultimatum: either commit to working long hours at high intensity or leave the company. They're closing its offices until Monday. In the middle of this, joining me right now, Competitive Enterprise Institute Director of Center for Technology and Innovation, Jessica Malusia. And Jessica, good to see you. Your reaction to what's going on at Twitter?
Well, my reaction is that it's funny there's such a reaction. What he's saying is we're going to get down to this. We have a big job to do, and anyone who's not interested in working hard to do it is out. They can decide you're in or you out. It makes a lot of sense. Twitter has been poorly run and non-profitable since it started, so he's trying to fix that.
Yeah, it's amazing to me how much pushback Elon Musk is getting right now. I mean, is this political or is this when companies are allowed to report and talk about layoffs and, have a vision for their company, but he's getting slammed over it.
Yeah, it's really the talk of Twitter itself. All of Twitter now is about what's happening at Twitter. But it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. Like you said, this is what companies do when they want to be successful. And this is certainly what Elon has done himself and at all of his other successful ventures. It just shouldn't.
All right, but what about all the other tech stocks and tech companies that have been announcing layoffs? Because it's been a big week for that. Meta announced it's cutting 13% of its workforce. Amazon targeting nearly 10,000 job cuts. CEO Andy Jassy said that that's going to continue into next year. The Washington Post reporting high interest rates are forcing layoffs as well. That could signal the slowing economy. What are your thoughts in terms of what's happening in terms of technology and all of these job cuts?
Well, I think some part of this is the bigger economic picture, right? Some of this is the macro situation everyone's in. You're going to see this across industries, I think. And we already do. But part of this is because when we were all quarantining at home, a lot of our lives went online, and a lot of those companies made a lot of money and grew very quickly to accommodate
the one on the
that.
left spent on her lips.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, they all get plastic surgery. That's another very strong conviction I have. They all get plastic surgery, all of them.
Even the one on the right, you couldn't really tell, but she had some work done.
That's why they're all the same, dude. If you're on TV, you're gonna get plastic surgery. If I was on TV, I'd probably get, if
I would definitely get plastic surgery.
Yeah,
Make myself more perfect.
What would you get done?
My nose.
Me too. Do you know what sucks, dude? I really do want to get my nose done.
Bro.
But yeah, I think people could see this, right? I have a hook. Over here, and then this kind of prolongs.
Honestly, we should just fucking embrace it. Fuck it.
The only reason why I'm not getting it done is because, that's one thing, but
money ain't a thing.
But dude, no, Joe,
Tupac.
Man, to get that done, I drop it. Like if it's something I'm actually gonna have for a long time, you know what I mean? Especially something that's permanent and makes such a huge difference. I'll drop the money, but the only reason why I'm not doing it is because I really do want to continue boxing and doing a little bit.
That's why we wouldn't be able to have anything done. We would have to just live with it.
Thank you, Lexi.
Honestly, you fuck yourself up now. I mean, yeah, I think your nose is fine. Maybe just a little bit of makeup to hide it a little bit.
Hide my nose. I can't hide your nose, dude. What the hell?
I'm thinking like, if I fuck myself up now,
Yeah.
I'll just fix myself later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, like,
What do you mean? What do you mean? Fix yourself?
why get plastic surgery now to fix myself when there's no need for it? Instead of like going and training and then like say I do fuck up my nose and it's like, well, now I have to fix it.
This all started with us talking about this Elon Musk thing.
Inflation.
No, that's okay. Well, I just want to get back on track. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about.
It was Elon Musk and his Twitter and how he pulled out his big old balls and dick and was like, if y'all ain't with this shit, then get the fuck out.
Look, they're trying to villainize him because he's laying people off, but it's one of those things to where like, look,
Hell no, that other bitch was like, he's doing something that like should have been done like a while ago.
Exactly. And why is she saying that? Because she's on Fox News. Okay. You know.
Well, she is correct.
No, but that's why like a lot of people don't realize like to do the right thing, it isn't always like looking the most
Like the nice guy.
Yeah, always looking like the nice person.
I
Like
get that a lot.
and so that's why like you got to make sacrifices. You got to, and it's just look. I'm gonna turn this
Tough love.
I'm gonna compare this to what we were talking about earlier, like with the economy and inflation and stuff like that. This all could have been prevented if people would have quit being nice and saying like, look, we can't afford this. We don't have money. We're like trillions of dollars in debt.
You mean if people actually did their jobs?
If people actually did their damn jobs, and that's why all of these nice people will run these companies into
I don't know,
the ground.
Mickey. You ask me, man. If I was like in that position of like, do you really want to like open the seal on this whole fucking can of worms? Or do you just want to wait until somebody with a lot of more money is just going to come by and they'll fix it for us?
A lot of these companies do that. A lot of these companies build up their companies so eventually they can be bought out.
Yeah. So Elon bought it out.
And the same thing, so they can
They
be
got
bought
off.
out, and somebody who's actually looking to buy it as an investment will run it right, run
And
it
do
correctly.
whatever they wanna
So
do.
they'll run it like crap for years, just so they could be bought out and somebody actually do the hard work. And this happens all the time. This happens all the time in Silicon Valley. That's why if you see on Shark Tank, there's they'll buy. That's why they want that equity. They want that equity in case, like, okay, if it gets
for
sold,
years to come.
if it gets sold, then we have
10%,
that.
I
We
get
have that
10%.
percentage.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, and like when people buy it, they usually buy it for its
And that's being nice.
for its like projected value. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like not for what it is right now.
That's them being nice too. Like not, you know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean? Then be nice.
shoot, like you think people like, oh yeah, like you're gonna get help from a professional and expect it to be free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it could have cost them a lot more. I'm just saying.
That's why, but this happens all the time. Elon Musk firing all these people from Twitter. It's
Oh,
because
yeah.
Twitter wasn't.
It was half and half, like half firing, probably half like people you were like, you know what, I'm just gonna quit.
Yeah, they were losing money. Like it wasn't a profitable company. It was a horribly run company. It was only going to be, you know.
What is he gonna do with it now though?
I don't know. I don't even know if he has to look at it in. Apparently, he's doing it for like freedom of speech reasons, like to, you know, set the example of what
Careful what you wish for.
what that should be in social media. But yeah, I feel the same way. Be careful what you wish for, dude. People are gonna kill. Like people are gonna go after you, and all, you know. And I think he could almost get away with it right now because you know, he's so liked on the internet.
Is he? I feel like he's not.
Well,
I feel like a lot of people hate him.
I think because of things like this.
Or is
that's
it like the internet pushing me to watch more stuff to hate him because I like him?
I think a lot of the narrative, people are trying to turn him into an enemy, just the same way they try to turn a lot of these people into enemies. A lot of people that people liked not too long ago bam, the second that they go against the cultural, like, standard of what it is to be like,
He was eating papas fritas with some salsa in Brownsville, bro. Elon's one of us.
that's all it takes. That's all it takes. And that's why
all I need.
I'll stand by my guy. Will you stand by your guy?
I have to. I have no choice. He's kind of taking over.
He was eating papas fritas.
Spira papas.
Oh, spiras papas.
The spiral potatoes.
He was eating the spiras
Bro,
papas.
I respected that, dude, bro. Like, like he could have been eating like, I don't know. Like, it could have been anything else.
He could have been eating.
But it was a spira papa, and that shit had salsa on there.
Yeah.
That shit had salsa all on it, and he was
liked
eating it, dude. Yeah, he was enjoying it.
Yep.
He's one of us.
Yep. That's it. And so that's why I stick by my people. You know what I mean? I believe in loyalty. I'll stick by.
Let me buy a Tesla first.
I'll stick by Tony even when he, screws up and like he does the totally wrong thing. I believe
What
in
did
loyalty.
he do wrong?
I don't know, but I know you will definitely do plenty of things wrong, JB. But I will stick by you.
I will never stop doing wrong,
Okay.
and I will never stop learning.
All right, gee, thanks a lot, JB. All right, so that's why I'm sticking by you, JB, no matter what, through thick and thin. Will
I can
everyone
appreciate
else
that.
will everyone else stick by Elon Musk?
Yeah.
That's the question. Thank you. Thank you.
Elon's like that that rich uncle that he's in his own world, but he's still your uncle.
Exactly. How many? And I bet they can. I bet Tony and Lexi could feel the same way because I am their uncle.
Just imagine if Mickey was like rich and a genius.
I am a genius, but I'm not rich.
And then like just be like, yeah, like Mickey's buying Twitter and he's firing everybody. If he told me that, I'd be like, I'm not surprised. Like, Mickey, like, I'm not surprised at all. Like, this guy's he's gonna get in there. He's gonna do what he's got to do.
I gotta do what I gotta. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, somebody's.
I'd be on here being like, I would have to be asking the audience myself, who's gonna stand by me? Stand by Mickey? Who? And
Yeah, that's important. That's
obviously,
very important.
everybody that's watching.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Let me see. I want to make sure that I went through everything that I wanted to talk about.
That's crazy though. Like, that's true though. Like how you said, like now I feel like the social media has been trying adamantly to make Elon look like a bad guy, but it's like he doesn't even like. Has there ever really been anything come out to be like, oh yeah, like Elon's a piece of shit? I can't think of anything. Like even like if it was fake, I don't know. Because there's like I see all these memes and stuff, but they're always just making fun of him. But it's like they make fun of everybody.
Did I tell you that you were here? Were you here for the Halloween?
Yeah,
Halloween video.
I was Sasuke Uchiha.
Oh yeah.
For one of them.
Okay, there you
for
go.
the second one,
I
we had Spider-Man and Luigi.
Yeah.
I think you were a cop. You started stripping, or was that a dream?
As a Catholic, what do other people within your religion of Catholicism believe about
Halloween?
Halloween.
Like they still celebrate it.
Why do they celebrate Halloween if it's evil?
They don't think it's evil.
What do they think about it?
It's just like remembering spirits, remembering the dead. You know, because I get like, I go with my godmom, so I have that part of it. Like, because we went to church like in the middle of the week for like midnight mass and everything.
Oh wow!
And then there was even like candles that candles for the deceased.
Oh,
right?
So it's kind of
like you order them or whatever, and then they had to come. They came in, so then we went and we lit the whole thing. The whole front was lit with all the candles. We did the thing. We did the mass. They put them out, so then that next day afterwards, we were able to grab whatever candle was ours with the name, with our. I think I have one with my grandpa's name on it.
So they celebrate it like the Dia de los Muertos.
Kind of. It's a little more not like real like. There's no like costumes. There's no like party. It's very like. Just more like mass. We just we go through the whole ritual.
Yeah.
It's just that now there's like a bunch of candles and everything, and it was like on a Wednesday. Like,
do they say the word Halloween?
yeah, it's Halloween.
Oh, okay.
I haven't met anybody that's been like, oh, like Halloween's the devil.
Dude,
My grandma had a whole pumpkin carving. They had a whole little like my family's all Catholic, like and they had like a little pumpkin carving thing.
You have no idea how many times I've heard that like, oh, Halloween's evil.
It's
like
just Christians, dude. Like Christians that go to like your church. Like. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
What is your problem, JB? What is your problem?
Honestly, no. Like
it's not just people from
I
my
can't
church.
think.
Oh, but I'm not saying that it is people from my church. But if it was, it wouldn't just be people.
I'm trying to think of somebody that's against Halloween that I know.
Yeah.
And there's not really anybody that's like against it. Like they have their own thing. Like even my mom has like her like because she's like from Mexico or whatever. So
yeah,
that would be more of like Dia de los Muertos. So like around the month she'll make a little what's it like a hacienda or whatever you call it,
like an altar or
yeah. So then we'll put pictures and we'll put candles and stuff and then like stuff to what I mean, stuff that reminds you of them, whatever. So like she'll do that. She just didn't do it this year because we have the baby. So he'd be there trying to wreck the freaking thing, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, babies are dumb. But yeah,
I love my babies.
And so here's the thing. And by the way, quick.
Even if somebody came at me with like targeting me, like like fucking Halloween's the devil, I'd be like, who would say that? The devil. That would be my reaction.
What if they said snorting cocaine was the devil? What would you say?
I'd be like, the devil would say the same thing.
So, what if they said worshiping the devil is the devil?
I've heard the devil say that before.
So literally, you'd say that for anything. There's no standard.
I would just accuse them of being the devil. Are you trying to put the devil in my life?
What's your standard of doing something evil? Like, what would you do to where you'd be like, okay, I'm definitely doing something evil right now?
Like, you'd have to give me a scenario.
No, I'm asking for a scenario. I'm asking, what's your standard for like? Okay,
we're going through that whole conversation of murdering people again.
What if you're murdering somebody?
Murdering a villain, or am I murdering a rapist?
If you're murdering,
or am I murdering an innocent woman?
You're murdering an innocent child.
Oh, then that's definitely evil. Yeah.
Do you're murdering an innocent infant.
That's definitely evil. You're definitely going to hell. Like
you're murdering an innocent.
Am I like trying to summon a demon or something? Because that's what it sounds like.
You're murdering an innocent infant in the womb.
Yeah, dude, that's definitely like some demon summoning stuff.
Okay, so
I try to stay away from that stuff.
Yeah, no, the reason why I'm saying that is because like I can, I try to stay away from that as well.
That is definitely evil, Mickey.
Yeah, nothing good about killing infants. Yeah.
Nothing good about summoning demons either.
I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Not good. Not good at all.
Nope. Unless you're killing the devil.
Look, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I can empathize with it. I get why they believe that. You know what I mean? Like, what if it was really a holiday around like evil spirits and like scary things? You know what I mean? Like, then would they be justified in?
That's like listening to Tupac.
Exactly. Tupac is evil.
Maybe because I don't. Isn't it the argument that is because it's not in the Bible? Isn't that the argument? But then technically every other holiday isn't in the Bible either because it's all.
I guess the term would be pagan.
Pagan.
Is it a pagan holiday? Pagan is like just in the
like Thanksgiving's a pagan holiday.
Exactly. JB, you and I are so on the same page.
Right?
Oh man.
No, but like so then Halloween wouldn't be.
No, Halloween would be pagan.
Right. Because the Halloween we know today isn't really the Halloween that we knew back then.
Well, what's back then?
It's like you said, it was more about like Dia de los Muertos. It wasn't Day of the Dead.
Here's what I got from Halloween, okay? A lot of people say that its roots are in a holiday tradition called Samhain. Samhain, and that was the celebration of the end of the year, and so the beginning of the year was coming, so that they would believe that the spirits of the dead would be as close to be around as possible, so they would have a lot of these traditions around the dead. And so, but like from what I've seen, I'm not a historian or whatever, but from what I've seen, the earliest sources that mention Samhain, it's already like years and years after the All Saints Day had been like put into practice, and so it's kind of difficult to separate the two.
Yeah.
To where like a lot of the traditions, it's kind of hard to tell if it's actually tied to All Saints, because Samhain was at the end of the year there, and it happened at different times during. Like when I say year,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everything's off. Everything's like the same calendars and the same.
Yeah, when I say year, it's not like I don't mean at December 31st.
Yeah.
What I mean is like at the end of their like cycle or whatever. And so it'd be at different times every. It wouldn't be at a certain day of our calendar. It would be at a different time every calendar. And so like it was never tied to October 31st. It was only like after that All Saints Day was established that the cultures kind of got a little intermixed. And so, but really even all that aside, All Saints Day and Samhain, both of those traditions aside, really what we know as Halloween is centered around that tradition of kids doing all of these like pranks and
trick or treat,
and doing all of these pranks and how do I say it? Pranks and messing with people's like property. Like they're being mischievous, and that's a lot of the tradition that we see right now. Kids going door to door and kids dressing up and all of these things. Like that's really what we like. The majority of what we see in Halloween that we celebrate right now. Like yes, it's alongside of Halloween, All Hallows Eve, All Saints. The eve before All Saints Day. And so that's why it's a huge mixture of all this, of all of these different things and, in our culture. But the reason why I don't have a problem with it is because I don't think it's anything. I think it's just another tradition, just like any other tradition that people have. If people seen Fiddler on the Roof, what's the purpose of tradition?
Fiddler on the Roof's a Halloween movie?
No, Fiddler on the Roof is just a movie. It's a movie about like...
that one scared you?
No. What do you... Okay. It's just like, it's all about tradition. And he doesn't want to, and he's a Jew, and he doesn't want to have his daughter marry a non-Jew, and the only foundation he have is because of his tradition. Yeah, it's tradition. You know what I mean? Like there is no foundation that they can base it off of. And so it's the same thing to where like there's no foundation of Halloween. It's a mixture of all this stuff like within our culture, within history and all this stuff. Halloween's nothing, and so people that do it right now, they're not celebrating evil spirits. They're not doing all this stuff like naively. Like it's just a bunch of cultures mixed together and a bunch of like traditions.
I mean,
mixed
some
together.
people are like,
there is no foundation to it. There is no foundation to Halloween.
So then my pictures and my candles mean nothing.
Well, that's why you could do that regardless. You know what I mean? And maybe you do it. Maybe you do it.
There's always a picture. It's just like in October is when the candles lit.
So like maybe you do it on Halloween. You know what I mean? And maybe you're doing it for a reason, like to honor, who you've.
No, now I gotta do it. Now I gotta figure out what day it lands on the year.
Oh my gosh! No,
that's technically because now you're saying like. Technically, the day when all souls like can mingle with the people, that's when like the portal.
There is no portal. I was just trying to give some like historical insight to it.
But now you're telling me that it changes.
Damn it, JB, you're angry.
Which makes sense. The portal wouldn't be in the same spot every time. It would be in a different spot, different time, different place.
JB, you're killing me,
dude. It's like some Indiana Jones stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ark of the Covenant. Okay.
You are a historian.
I'm a historian. No. Okay. Regardless, all of this, I'm just trying to say that there is no foundation to Halloween. You know, if you know what you're doing on Halloween, the fact that
We
you're
got
doing
drunk
it,
on Halloween, I think.
we were together. We were here.
Yeah.
That was fine. Were you drunk? Were you drunk or what?
Nah. I'm just saying.
Dude, what are you talking about?
That's what they.
Are you drunk right now? Are you drinking?
No,
both?
I'm good.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm just saying, like, because we did drink.
Yeah.
I have a picture of Julio with a glass in his hand.
Yeah, Julio's definitely a little lit. Okay. But yeah, like, and so I'm trying to do on December 7th, I'm going to do a quick plug. On December 7th, I'm going to have the guys from Hebrew Bible Insights on the podcast. So. And,
December 7th.
Yeah, December 7th. I'm definitely looking forward to that. You know, they're kind of like okay. It's two guys. One of them has a background in literature, Hebrew literature, and one of them has a background in ancient Near East culture.
Okay.
And so they make a really cool team. They make a really good team, and they have a lot of, check them out on YouTube, Hebrew Bible Insights. They do a lot of like Bible studies, like they do like word studies, and they look at it the way that like really like, Jewish cultures look at it, the way that, older, the way that Jewish cultures used to look at scripture, to where they would actually study it. They would know all about the history behind it. They knew about, because it's so deep. You know what I mean? I feel like the biggest problem with Christianity, with Christians, is that they're so underdeveloped. They're so naive to what is in scripture. They're so naive to what it is to be a Christian. They're so naive to everything, like the wisdom that it is, like that's in the Bible. And so like something like Halloween would scare them. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong, because like on Sundays, like I've been paying attention to what he reads, right? Like from the Bible, because it's true. Like this last one, like, and it's every little scripture thing. It's like, it's kind of like a fucked up thing that happened. This last one he read, it was like this woman married a man, then her husband died.
What was her name?
I don't remember. She had no name. It was just a woman. She marries a man.
What story is this?
It's in the Bible.
No, but what what story is it?
I don't remember.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Continue.
Because like every Sunday, it's a different like reading, a different scripture, a different verse from the Bible, right? So like, it's been a while since I've read it, but I've been like, just like you said, like he reads the verse, he reads it out, and I'm trying to like, boom, each letter, in my mind, boom, boom, boom. Like what does that all mean? And like each time I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Do you know what? And you're not alone, JB.
I feel like I get it, but I don't feel like I'm right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Do you know, look, JB, you're not alone. And I want to like, one of the things that changed my whole life, like really like what led me to having, like, because there was something that was keeping me from having a relationship with God, with Christ.
Okay.
And
I get you.
And what really broke down the barrier was understanding. And it seems so simple, but yet it was like, oh my, like what the heck? And I'm trying to say that you're not alone in feeling it's like, okay, he's saying all these things. Like, okay, I get it.
What does it mean?
Yeah, like, and it's that, okay, hey Mickey, how about this idea? This book that people are reading to you, it's one book in a library of a bunch of other books in the Bible. And this one book that they're reading to you, it was written by somebody. And this person lived in a different time, a different place, all these things, different from you. And they were trying to say something. What were they trying to say?
Yeah. What's the message? Yeah.
And so that's why, like, it's to where, like, you can't do that on your own. I could read that scripture 100 times.
You can, but you'd have to be like a genius.
Okay, here's the thing. I could read that scripture 100 times, and on my own, I there's only so much I could get out of it. I could only get like a face value. You have you have to learn about the historical background.
You would have to know.
You have to learn about the historical background of that time, and you have to learn about the way that their literature worked. They wrote. It's like, because I've been taking a class in the Old Testament, and it kind of helps you like understand how to read it, and it's so crazy. It's like they had their own language, dude.
Yeah,
like they told a story, but it's almost like like I don't know how to describe it, but like it's written in a way to where we wouldn't get it. You know what I mean? Like it's structured in a way to where they're speaking in different.
It's almost like writing like a code.
Let me give you an example, okay?
Like a coded message.
Let me see if I could I could find it here, because this is actually pretty important, and I hope I could get it quick. If I can't get it quick, then I think we're screwed. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Now you're done.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't think I'll be. I thought I'd be able to find it quick, but I don't think I can. But like, let me give you an example. So, oh yeah, here it is. Oh, but I don't think it's on there. No, it's not on there.
Boo.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
Boo.
I'm sorry. I screwed up.
Almost.
Okay, let me see if it's somewhere here. But like, for example, the earliest versions of scripture and what brought through a lot of the culture behind like the Bible was poetry. And so, for example, okay, where humans ran from wasteland. Actually, I think this is a pretty good example. Let me see.
You ever read like Dante's Inferno or the Divine Comedy?
No, I haven't, but I heard good things.
Should.
Yeah, I probably should.
There's a lot of biblical references.
Yeah. And do you know what? Let me hold on. Let me see if I could. I don't know how to zoom in. Hold on. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm screwing everybody up. I'm totally diverting.
I'm not gonna do that now.
All right.
I was like,
whatever. It's fine.
If y'all knew who that was from, like y'all are cool.
But like what I'm trying to say is that like the earliest versions of like their history, their culture was poetry. And I always thought poetry was so boring that it was so like, like who cares?
Back then, poetry got all the ladies.
But really what poetry is, it's an organized literature. It's an art of literature.
Code.
And so what would like the same way that you would watch a movie to where in the beginning of the movie, like it's all about, okay, there's a problem. And then this person goes on a journey. And so within that journey, they interact with different things that attack them, and at the end the problem is resolved, or the problem is addressed, and so it's almost like in the beginning they mentioned something, at the end they mentioned that same thing again, and then within it there's certain elements that they introduce, and it's like there's a pattern, you know what I mean, like there's an introduction, a climax.
See, but even then, back then the poetry wasn't meant to be so black and white. Like it was made to make you think. Like it was made to make you think.
Okay.
Like
I'm glad you said that, because it's an art. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
there's the typical hero story to where once upon a time, and then at the end they lived happily ever after. And then there's movies like Pulp Fiction, to where like part of the art, part of what makes it art is that it's not consecutive. You know what I mean? It's not consecutive, and it's almost like
there was a book by like a Russian guy or a German guy that have survived Auschwitz or something, where it's like a book that you have to read because it's almost like it doesn't end well. Yeah. But it's a book, like everything happened. So that's why it's like one of those, like you said, it's not a hero story, but it's a story.
So that's why there's no formula, right? There's no formula for how to write. And the same thing, there's no formula for how to do poetry, but there's certain patterns that you recognize. Okay, this is what poetry, like a haiku. You know what I mean? Like haiku. Okay, we know it's supposed to be this many
rhyming,
like this many words at this line, this many things, or whatever. And it's about how they can. Yeah. The same thing. There's a certain poetry to where it has this type of like, okay, A B, and that's the structure.
The stanza.
And then there's A B C BA. You know what I mean? Like that's the form of poetry. And then there's different type. And then once you learn how to recognize that language, once you learn how to recognize that structure, then you can see how something like a Pulp Fiction would happen to where it's all a mess. You know what I mean?
But it all
and
makes
so
sense.
let's say you read a library, and all of them follow a certain pattern, like A B C B A, or A B C A B C. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, just something like that, to where you notice the pattern, and then one book out of that collection of books doesn't have a pattern. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Then you would be like, okay, this person was trying to, you know what I mean? Like trying to do something a little bit inventive. Then you could recognize a Pulp Fiction. Then you could recognize like
I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. And then so that's what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of the Old Testament, like there was a structure to it. There was an overlining like language. And that's just the beginning, dude. That's just the beginning of learning how they spoke.
Yeah.
And then once you learn how they spoke, like you learn the history behind it. And I'm telling you, dude, if anybody sees the video that I'm going to do with Hebrew Bible Insights, dude, it's going to open their minds, because like there's a certain way that Christians need to feel a responsibility to read scripture. Because if they don't do it that way,
They don't, right? Like
they don't. They absolutely don't.
what is it? What are they so against scripture?
I think people just don't know. And I think Christianity it's such a sensitive topic.
But why? But to me, it doesn't like. I don't understand. But maybe because I've been Catholic for so long. You know what I mean? Like it's not really like my place to understand.
Yeah.
Because like for me, like I've grown up Catholic. I was baptized. You know, was confirmed. So for me, it was always like, well, there's a book. Everybody's got a book, you know.
Yeah.
Even the Islam's got it. The Jewish people, they have their book, like
the Old Testament. That's half of our book.
Everybody's got a book.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a book.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, if you go to a Christian church or whatever, it's like
their book is correct or our book is correct.
No, they don't even have a book most of the time.
Wait, what do you mean? Christians or what?
Yeah, I remember going to some churches where it wasn't about, there was no books. It was just more about the talking about.
Oh, okay.
The thing, you know, talking about Jesus and talking and trying to be more relevant. I can see that.
Yeah.
You push the book away. You're trying to move away from the history. You're trying to just make it more relevant, more for like younger people, or more.
Yeah.
Maybe people think books are less active. You know, like if you take that away and demand their attention the whole time, then they're more involved.
Yeah.
But again, like, I don't know. For me, it's like there's always been a book. There are books. There's a history of books. You should probably read those, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And so my biggest thing is that like when I and I was watching this video from Hebrew Bible Insights, and so I don't know if you've heard the story of Jacob, the one who wrestles with God, and then he changes his name to Israel. And so that's the whole story behind it. He wrestles with God, and that's what that's where that's why his name from. That's why his name was changed to Israel. It's a weird story. It's a really weird story. Well, they had another fellow scholar on the live
Wait,
stream.
are you saying God's like the OG
of wrestling
catch wrestler?
Okay. So they had another scholar on the stream with them, and he was proposing. Well, he was proposing that it wasn't God that was wrestling with them. That there's reasons to believe it was Esau, who was also part of the story, that was wrestling with them, and they were discussing how that impacts
made to look like God, or
how they were. It's a long story.
Or it was interpreted.
It's not.
Otherwise.
It's not that. Like it's not that. I'm telling you, it's just a weird story. Like it's so you kind of have to read between the lines. But and so he was saying, okay, so I'm gonna propose this. Maybe it was actually Esau that did it, you know. And he gave all his reasons, and there's reasons contrary, but they were saying like we just want to like think about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, put it out there.
And like they're so conditioned and they're so wise in their learning and reading about scripture, and they get it. They know that it's a journey. They know that it's a book of wisdom. They know that it's a bunch of history. It's a bunch of like nuances and all this stuff. And so with that, there's nothing wrong with introducing a totally new interpretation. You know what I mean? they have fun doing it. Like they had fun introducing a totally new interpretation to a very common story that a lot of Christians hold true. A lot of Christians are like, oh, do you know what? That's why he was called Israel, because he wrestles with God. So for somebody to introduce something totally the contrary, people take it as an attack. If I tell people that maybe the gift of tongues is not about like, maybe it's not a bunch of, babble. Maybe it's actually supposed to be
Universal language.
interpretable words, like an earthly language, that some people take that as an attack, a spiritual attack, a personal attack, an attack on Christianity. Like, Mickey, you're not a Christian. You know what I mean? Like, Mickey, like
You've had personal like qualms with that? Like you've had...
Dude, if I said half of the things that I actually believed, people would think I was the devil, dude. People would truly think I was the devil. And I think that's really has to do with like just the naivety.
You're just saying things, like Trump says all that shit and he's still an angel, like he's still our angel.
See how people have turned on Trump? They're going to turn twice as fast on me.
You don't have money, Mickey.
Exactly. But no,
you don't have Mickey in your own personal golf course.
But that's the reason why
goddamn.
That's the reason why he just took the Lord's name in vain, which is like,
gosh damn.
I think it's like the second. That's like the second commandment, dude. And like the 10 commandments.
I'm not taking his name in vain. I'm telling him to. It's a short prayer.
JV.
Damn that Trump.
That's not what you said. Repeat what you said. Repeat what you said. You won't do it because you know.
You want me to say it?
You know, say it.
I say it all the time, dude.
Oh, that don't make it right. Say it. Say it.
It's not wrong. I'm not.
Okay, fine. If it's not
I'm
wrong,
not murdering
say it
a child.
If it's not wrong, say it again.
God
If you think...
damn.
Oh, dude, you're going to hell.
That's murdering a child.
I feel like I'm the same as everyone.
If that's going to hell, then fucking by all means, let's go. Why stop there? By all fucking means.
I just told you that I get freaking shit on by other Christians, and now I'm hanging out with you. You're taking the Lord's name in
If
vain.
I get shit on by other Christians, then to me they're not Christians. If you're shitting on me because you feel personally attacked,
you literally just said that.
That's not.
You said if people called you the devil, that you would just say like, "Well, I think that's the devil."
Well, I think you're the devil.
You can't just
Why?
do that,
Why can't I do that?
Because there's an objective standard to what that is.
What do you mean, like?
Like there's an objective standard that it's wrong to take the Lord's name in vain.
Oh, well, yeah.
Regardless of however you feel about it. Regardless, well, I think it's like worshiping him or all this stuff. No, you're taking his name in vain. Oh my God, you're killing me, JB. You're killing me. But do you know what?
Whatever.
I stand by my man. I stand by my bro. Okay.
Freedom of speech. There's worse things that people say on a daily basis.
Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever.
Honestly, those rules were made by, like you said, some guy that just wanted to make rules. How do I know that it was God himself that gave him these rules?
The 10 Commandments?
Yeah.
JB, you're killing me, dude. You're going against everything I'm trying to say.
I'm going against all of it.
I'm trying to actually put scripture on a pedestal, and here you are saying, it was just a guy who said it. It was...
He could have just run it on anything and been like, oh,
JB, you could say that about anything in the Bible. Anything
you
in the Bible,
say that
you could
about
be like...
anything about anything. Like,
you're killing me, JB.
I'm just saying, like, there's this other world of, like, there's everything that we know, and then there's everything that we don't know.
Okay.
There's everything that we know for sure.
Yeah.
There's stuff that we don't know.
Is it wrong to take the Lord's name in vain? Do we know that, or do we don't know that?
I don't know that, because even if I do, how do you know if I'm going to go to hell if I did or didn't?
I'm not saying you're going to go to hell. I'm asking.
That's what you're saying. Like taking the name's Lord in vain is against the commandment, and that therefore sends me to hell.
I didn't
but
say
how
that at
will
all.
you ever know?
What did I say, JB? Repeat what I said without adding anything in there.
Do not take the name of the Lord's name in vain. That's what you said.
JB, what you just said was a bunch of
You
nonsense.
said that I was going to hell.
I said, is it wrong?
You immediately said, like, oh, you're going to hell.
I did say that, and I said
You did say that.
Okay. No,
So
repeat what I
objectively-
just said. Repeat what I just said to her. Like, is it wrong to take the Lord's name in vain?
You want me to repeat that?
No, I'm saying, is it wrong to take the Lord's name in vain?
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's wrong to take the Lord's name in vain. Is that my opinion?
It's your opinion. Dude.
Oh.
Is it though? Like, because on what basis?
Like what is? Okay, well let's.
Because it's a general thing.
It's not a general thing.
It's not. So then, what is it?
Do you know what that means?
What?
Taking the Lord's name in vain is saying his holy name without worshiping him.
Saying his holy name without.
Yeah.
So every time I say God, I have to say what?
No, it's just you have to say it in a worshiping. Well, like to bring him exaltation.
I'd have to
bring
look
him
up
glory.
like the whole. We'd have to look up the whole history of God damn it.
Bring.
Because it came from somewhere.
Okay. Okay. Regardless of the history, are you saying it to worship him right now? That you just said it.
I'm not. I don't feel like I'm saying it to. I don't mean
Are
it like
you
I don't
saying it
mean
to
it
worship him. That's
to
what I'm
worship
asking.
him.
Yeah. Are you saying it to worship him right now?
Shit, if I could ask for a lightning bolt down on you right now, then yeah, that's what that implies.
Just tell the truth. Tell him like, no, I'm not saying it to worship right now. I was just saying it.
No, I'm not saying it to worship.
It's like,
you.
oh, what's so hard about that, JB? That's all I'm trying to get across.
Okay, so then what? Now
You're
what
taking
is
the
that?
Lord's name in vain.
And what does that mean?
That's a sin.
And then I'm going to hell.
I'm not saying you're going to hell. I'm just saying
Okay,
that's a sin.
Okay, if people sin all the time, like
Okay.
so what's the difference?
I'm not saying there's a difference. I'm not judging you, JB.
It sounds like you are.
I'm telling you what you're already doing. If I were to shoot somebody, would you say, hey, you just shot that guy?
Like I said, Mickey, was this guy a rapist? That'd be my first question. Because then you'd be doing God's work, you know? Like,
yeah. That was a little sidetracked, but regardless, what I'm trying to say is that like,
don't ever say "gosh darn it" in front of Mickey. God.
What I'm trying to say is that if you say Akuma Matata, you're saying it regardless if I'm around. Or
I could
not.
say Akuma Matata and imply that it means the same exact fucking thing, but you're not gonna know.
You can imply whatever you want to imply.
Right.
If you say Akuma Matata by yourself, or you say it in front of me, and I say, "Hey, you just said Akuma Matata," you can't take that offensively, JB.
I can't take that offensively.
Yeah, because
you took that offensively.
I didn't take it offensively.
Yeah, you did.
Look, JB, I'm sorry if it looked like
you said I was going to hell immediately after I said it.
Okay, look, I was kidding
and
around.
I'm like, there's no basis for that because there's no way of knowing.
JB,
that's why when like
JB,
a Christian,
I'm sorry if you took that offensively.
When a Christian like tells somebody else like, "Oh, you're going to hell because you're doing this or you're doing that," it's like
that's it. I'm muting your mic.
Just kidding. I'm just saying, like that's my opinion.
No, hey, look, JB, I'm on your side, dude. Okay, look.
It doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like it at all.
Why don't you accept my friendship?
Freedom of speech, Twitter, Elon. Twitter would like he would accept this. Like he'd be like, I don't agree with it. but I have to accept it. I don't agree with it.
But yeah, look, I'm on your side. I'm part of like, this whole conversation started because I was saying I was being judged by other Christians and stuff like that.
Yeah, you being judged by the Christians judging me. Wow.
JV, I said
full circle.
That's
that's the problem with all of those Christians is that they judge other people and feel that they can't be judged.
Oh no! Do you know what, JB? You opened my eyes.
I feel like I don't know. I would have to ask people if I judge them.
Yeah.
Do I judge you?
No.
Because I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't think so. You talk shit about my fight at Street Beefs.
Yeah, but everybody was. Everybody was talking shit. Nah, we're gonna do that again. We're gonna do Street Beefs again, or it's gonna be another.
Yeah.
It could be something else.
Whatever. Okay, so let me wrap this up. So regardless, the only reason I was bringing it up is because, I wanted to plug Hebrew Bible Insights. We're going to have that stream soon. But yeah, I feel like there's such a lack of understanding in Christianity. And I feel like, dude, the reason why I wasn't a Christian, a believer in God for so long was because I grew up in this culture. I grew up in this culture to where people didn't understand how to read the Bible. People didn't understand what the Bible was. And so like I had to, every time I truly study the Bible, a part of my religion dies. A part of my understanding of what
Gotcha.
who this God is, of what this religion is, what
It's
it is to be a
becoming
Christian.
something else.
Yeah, it dies, and I have to follow where the scripture takes me. You know what I mean? I have to follow what this understanding is, and I have to leave my own culture behind. I have to leave my own understanding behind, and I think a lot of Christians are afraid to do that. And because there's so much of a superficial Christian culture here in the Valley, people are afraid. They're so naive, and they're so afraid to listen to reason. They're so afraid to know what it is to, to be a Christian. And the truth is that, like, God is great. He's the God above all gods, and there is no fear in Halloween. Like, it's a tradition.
That's why we're talking about Halloween.
It's a tradition that people do, and the thing is that, like, we shouldn't be afraid of it. Like, it's kids.
It's just something to do every year because what else are we gonna do?
But like, and that's why I want to do half and half, because I want to give a little bit of grace to where, like, if this holiday was about worshiping the devil or worshiping evil things or all this stuff, I wouldn't take part in it because I don't believe in that.
I mean, you think like everybody's gonna wait? You think the devil's gonna wait for one day to be worshipped? Like,
but that's okay. So that's what, even in theory, it's stupid. You know what I mean? But like, let's just say that this holiday was about that. You know what I mean?
Worshiping.
Let's say this holiday was like, let's say it wasn't called Halloween. Let's say it was like
Devil's
April
Worship Day.
17th. It was called Devil's Worship Day, and we worship actual Satan, who's adversary to Jesus Christ.
Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Jesus.
And so on that day, people would take the Lord's name in vain, and people would talk all this crap about God, or just do something to make God angry.
Be able to murder.
Do something against God's law.
Steal.
Yeah, something.
Cheat.
Then I wouldn't take part in that. I wouldn't believe in that. I wouldn't think it was good. I wouldn't.
You know, that's like the purge.
Maybe it's like.
So
the
you
purge.
would die.
I don't know. Or maybe just like, maybe on that day you draw like an upside down cross
to blend in.
No. That was part of the holiday. Like, instead of going trick or treating, you just do a little upside down cross on your.
And then go trick or treating.
And then go trick or treating. If that was the case, then I wouldn't take part in it. But people are so like, they don't get it. They don't know that. They don't, and they think that, this is all evil or all this crap or whatever. They don't even do the 2 seconds to actually research.
I just love Halloween for the like costumes and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Because that's when, like, it's not just scary stuff that gets involved. Like, now you have movies, characters, like, cultures. You have cultures clashing, even though the whole bit, like, dressing up like a 90s kid, people were getting offended because of that. But it's like, that's all a thing. Like,
JB dressed up in blackface for Halloween. I don't know if you guys
people
know
will get
about
offended to that. You can't say that.
Yeah, it's not right. I think that's totally racist. I would never agree with that.
It's a costume.
But he did it, and so I have to stand by him.
They look great. There's a picture. Show me the picture.
Here's the picture of JB. I'm just kidding. JB didn't do that.
That was Sasuke. Blackface.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only thing. I wanted to get that off my chest because once again, I wanted to plug December 7th. We're going to have that live stream. And also, that's something that's really important to me. And I feel like, I really feel like if I could keep up with this, I can change people's perspectives on.
Dude, like, I used to read the Bible a lot when I was a kid too. And I was definitely that kid that was always like, they would like go over one thing and it's like, I was the one asking questions like, why? What did he mean by this? Or what did he mean
exactly?
by that? Or why this? Or why did this happen? And I knew at some point they started to hate me.
Exactly, dude.
And I remember at some point the teacher was just like, that's just the way it is. Like, that's just the way it is. And I'm like, that's not enough for me. That's not enough.
With JV, it's not enough. And that's great.
I was like 8. I was like 8 or 10.
Yeah, you had ambition.
Dude, like, well, because my grandma would make me read it like all the time.
Dude, and do you know what? I'm sorry, continue.
No, I was just like, I was always reading like about all that stuff too. And then I just remember reading it and I'd be like, but why?
Yep.
Like, why? I didn't understand it as a kid, obviously. And then I felt like I had an adult pretending that they knew.
Exactly.
Just feeding me this information, like, and so I just have to regurgitate it So pretty much I was like just wasting my time there.
Yeah, they don't even know themselves. And do you know what I love? Dude, I'm so fed up. Like, I interact with like young teenagers and I ask them, like, hey, does anybody at school say anything, against religion or all this stuff? And they never give me anything. They're like, oh, no, I don't know. And like, so
Kids are smart nowadays.
I love it when kids, or not kids, but like teenagers, even, adult, ask me questions about like serious questions. And I'm like, these are real questions that you're actually criticizing the Bible. You're actually asking for more insight on these ridiculous stories in the Bible.
Yeah.
Like that's important. That's
Yeah.
a big deal. And that's why we have so many stupid Christians out there. I'm sorry, but that's why we have so many like naive Christians out there, because they don't ask that question. They're afraid to ask that question because they actually believe that being a Christian is about blind faith, is about just believing. If you just believe or all this stuff. No, you have to actually believe.
That's to me, that's like just sitting around waiting for shit to happen. And to me, I'm like, that's not my God. My God is telling me to get up and move and go. And
as a Christian, I believe that God is real.
Yeah.
God is real. And if he's real, this isn't apart from him. You know what I mean? He created all of this. We should be able to see and track back and know that there is that it's at the end of it, if we trace logic, if we trace reasoning, if we trace science, all that stuff to its fullest, we'll find God there.
Yeah.
That God will be the most, and I truly believe that. There's a lot of philosophical arguments, scientific arguments that God is the creator of the world, that it's more logical to be a Christian than it is to be an atheist. And so that's the reason why I'm a Christian. I believe in Christianity because I actually believe it's true. I actually believe that God created the world. I actually believe that that's more logical than being an atheist, than believing that, that there either was in the beginning
just
or
randomness.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to lie to you. I really need to pee real bad. We could end this right now. Or
Let's do it.
All right. All right. Well, with that being said, thank you all for joining us.
Now we're going to watch Mickey P's Pants.
I really got to go. All right. Thank you all so much. Have a good one. Do you want to see anything else, JB, before we take off?
Everybody stay safe out there.
All right. Have a good one, everybody. God bless.